so building right off that last video, let's see, I am going to try and do this thing. So I'm just going to kind of pop back and forth between these two tabs. I'm going to have my coding thing up here, and then we'll kind of pop over to the other one as well. So let's get that up there. Let me get myself logged in. Okay, so I got everything kind of set up in here. I've got my JavaDraw imported, just kind of like a basic document so far. So just kind of refresh here. It's been a minute for me because I had to pop out for a minute, come back. So let's see here. Yeah, so we're just kind of making our spaceship. We're gonna have some things kind of moving around. I'm gonna focus on just doing, I think in this video, just trying to make the spacecraft. And let's see, so let me just get the thing set up for our JavaDraw. We'll make sure this extends window. I've already imported JavaDraw. Hopefully it should be working. Even it's giving me some sort of weird stuff. Window, open. Let's see, and then we should do public void. Public void start. Let's see now. Okay, so what I want to do is start designing my my window pop up, and I want to start designing like what is a spaceship class actually going to look like. And so I'm going to look into. I'm going to add a new file to this because everything's in main so far. It's where we've been working. If we want to add something in coding room, so we just click on this plus little file here. Remember, as we've kind of seen in our NetBeans, like you need to make sure that the file name matches the class name, matches the constructor name. So I'm just going to call this spaceship. Spaceship.java. I'm going to go into here and I'm going to import JavaDraw in here just so I have that as well. There's a couple important things I'll try to remind myself to mention here. And we'll get to that in just a second here. Let's see, what kind of variables do we want to have? We said for our spaceship that we need to have health. We need to have it kind of made of ovals. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, so I'll do a private int health. And then I'm going to also declare, I'm going to do a private array list. I'm going to do an array list of ovals. I'm going to call that like the body of the ship. Okay, because yeah, I mean I could do it, yeah, because I'm going to like, and basically in the body of the ship, I'm just going to put, well, this is my spacecraft, right? I'm just going to put in the, oh, this is really going crazy. I'm just going to put in like two ovals here to represent the spaceship. And I'm going to store those both in an array list just so I have easy access to them. Okay, so if we get back to our coding here, so I have an array list of ovals. Oh, it looks like, oh, good. That's actually good error, right? Can't be resolved through type, so that means I just need to import java.util. Easy to forget that one. Okay, and now we're going to get it actually our public spaceship. Okay, and so inside of this class, like remember, like the constructor is where we are going to set up all of the variables that we need to have in our inside whatever our spaceship is. So we've kind of declared them up here. Now inside of this, we're going to declare what those variables are actually going to be. So let's see, I'm just going to say that health is going to be equal to 10. A totally random number. Maybe I'll change that later. It'll be easy to change just right here. Let's see, I'm going to do, all right, now okay, so now the next little tricky part. So I have this array list for ovals that's going to be the body of my spaceship. But the first thing I need to do is like, so what I'm going to do with my constructors, I'm just going to generate a couple ovals real fast. I'm going to make them, I'm going to put them in the right spot, and then I'll add them to my array list. These ovals don't need to be global variables. They don't need to be variables across the entire class. I'm just going to make them real quickly, and then I'll add them into my array list. So I'm going to make an oval. Let's call this like, I don't know, it's where the pilot's going to be. That's going to be a new oval. New oval. We are going to make an oval for like, I already did the body. Actually, you know, I'm going to call this like ship, because I feel like that's the whole thing. And then the oval is going to be like the body of the craft. A new oval. And then let's see. And then, so we still need to build it same as we always do. Give me a quick second. I'm going to find, I already generated some values for this to make it work nicely. Okay, so what I decided to do here was, let's see, I need to put in screen. And then I said I was going to do the body, where the pilot sits is going to be like 30, 80, 35, 35. And then I wanted this to be kind of like a glass-like color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the RGB value for glass. And so, like, I mean, just literally, I don't have to like tweak around the colors all that much. I'm going to say RGB for glass. Oh, being weird. Glass. There we go. And yeah, so this way, like, I just don't have to worry about like getting all the right numbers just exactly right. Is this what I used previously? Actually, I found a different one earlier. But we'll try this one. 246, 254. Let's see. Let's just put this down. What? 246, 254. So I'm going to say new color. In here, I'm going to say, what do we say? 246, 246, 254. And again, you can like make this any color that you want. I just want to find, I don't want to like mess around with all the colors here. All right, so that's all working well. Before we get to the body, we're going to notice that it's giving me an error for screen. And what it's saying is it can't be resolved to a variable. It can't be resolved to a variable. And so the reason that this is that like screen exists inside of the main class as like it's part of the window thing that we're using. So screen really only exists inside of this main class. So when we try and access it in a different class, it's not available there. So all we really need to do here is we're going to add in a parameter to our constructor here. And we're just going to say that it's going to take in a screen, and I'm going to call it SCR, just so I don't have to worry about this thing. Actually, no, sorry. Actually, I misspoke. I don't actually need to worry about this thing. Anyways, okay, so we have screen here. And so we're passing that in as a value. Now we have that value available to use. I could make this a class-wide variable. Yeah, I could make this a class-wide variable in case I need it later on, but I think for now I'm going to leave it just as it is. I might need that later, I might not, kind of depends. Because like if I need access to the screen later to say add missiles to the screen or rockets to the screen or bullets or whatever we're going to do, whatever imagery I'm using there, I might need to have access to the screen. Currently, I only have access to this screen variable here. I could declare a screen variable, set it equal to this, I could build it as a class-wide variable. I'm just not going to do that right now. Maybe you'll see that in a future video. All right, so new body. Okay, so this is going to be a new oval. We also want to put in screen, and we're going to put in 30, 100, 100, 30, new color. And I'm just going to put in the values I already had saved from doing this previously, 169, 173. Okay, and there we go. So we have these two objects, two ovals. And now what I want to do is if I do this, like the ovals are going to be kind of like weirdly shaped because I put like the X values at the same location, right? And then, so it's going to be kind of like, well, I mean, if we make a spaceship right now, well, I don't want to waste a lot of time here, but like if I did it the way it is right now, since they both have the same X value, it'd be like, this is where the pilot sits, and then we're going to have like that over there. And I really want this to be, I want these to be kind of have the same center. Like I want this value, the center of this, like the X portion at least, to be the same as the center of the oval underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the center method. I'm going to go into here and I'm just going to go into body.center. And I'm going to center this. I need to set, well, let's see. I'm going to set the center for the body to be the pilot center, but only the X part. All right, so I'm going to go into where the pilot is sitting. I'm going to pull out the center from there. I'm going to get the X value from that. And then we also need to add the Y value. I'm also going to go into pilot center, but this time I'm going to pull out the Y value and I'm going to add 20 to it. So that's just going to like kind of, if they're both set to center, they'd be like overlapping. So I want to kind of overlap and then also have like the thing be adjusted down a little bit. And then what we're going to do is to our ship, we're going to add pilot. And we're going to add body, so ship.add. That's just the way that I can store them, so I don't have to have all these like individual variables to reference later. They're all kind of stored inside that array list. Oh, one thing, I didn't actually include this variable in here. Oh, this would be an important variable that I didn't include that I should have included. I talked about this thing moving. So what I'm going to do is I am going to have I'm going to add in an extra variable in here called direction. Like what direction is the thing moving? Is it moving to the right? Is it moving to the left? How far is it moving each time? So let's see. I'm going to do that. Well, let me just show you why I might need that. I'm going to add in a public void. Well, you know what? Let me just, for right now, let's take a quick second. Let's just go in here. We're going to make a spaceship test. Just call it ship is equal to new spaceship. And we're passing that screen variable, which it needs to know where to put it. Let's save changes and let's run this on here. And let's see, we're going to need to do view desktop. Oh, null pointer exception, fun. Let's just see where we're at. Oh, so we're on spaceship line 13. I must not have initialized something. Oh yeah, of course. And I did this, I think, previously. You can see on line number 13, it's giving me a null pointer exception. It's a good error to have. I'm glad I kind of ran across this. Because, I'll give you a second to pause and think, why would there be a null pointer exception at line number 13? Pause if you need to. I'll give you the answer. The answer really is, well, maybe some of you might have figured out, like, I'm accessing the ship. The ship exists, right? I declared that variable, but I didn't actually initialize it. So I need to say ship is equal to new array list. We'll take in an oval, like that. That should be fine. Most of the times you can, anyways, most of the times you can leave out that oval, but I'll try and leave that in for now. So that should be good. All right, now let's try and at least just run this for now. Oh, it doesn't have, I don't want to run that one. I want to run this one. See how we do. Loading up. Hey, we got a spaceship on the screen. Oh, I don't like that color. It's too, yeah, it's a little, I looked up glass, so just part of the adjustment process. Let me go back. Actually, I had a better color. You just couldn't really see it that well. I'm going to change this color a little bit. Let's see, the color that I used previously when I was trying to build this, I did use like 198, 226. I just looked this up on Google. I got a different result last time. I don't know, different computer, I guess. And let's try and, oopsies. Let's try and run this one. See if that's a little bit better. Working. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I like that one better, so it's a little bit clearer to see. Let's see here. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do in this video, how are we doing on time? Oh, we're going over on time. I guess I'll pause this one and I'll stop this one and I'll make another quick video afterwards.